just spotted it. I've got a big boar coming up into the Tawini out of the native just below us on the other side of the ridge. Dogs are down this side on a boar already. Snow's gone down to get that one. I just told him on the radio. He said he got about 100 yards to go. Now when they get that, some of the dogs will come back to me and Snow will get back eventually. And we'll have a good go at this bugger over here who's probably about 150 pound. A big black bastard, by geez, he's got a bloody tail on him about as long as a horse. So he's a good pig, and he's just making his way out of the native now. Just coming into the Tawini, and he's pretty edgy, but he will be for the next half hour or so until the shadows get a bit longer, and then he'll come back further out in the open. And by that time, hopefully the dogs and Snow will be back, and we could make a full frontal attack on him. Gonna be good fun.
Well, that was a plan anyway. But as often happens out in the mountains, things always don't go to plan. Snow got down to the boar he was after, and then the dogs all left him on another hunt. Tess and PJ ended up back with me, and with darkness coming on, I realised that if I was any chance of getting down to the boar, I'd have to make a move now. Once within camera range, I got my gear and started filming. This boar was huge, more than 4 times the weight of the dogs that were hunting him, and I would guess he would have been over 200 pounds. And I could see there was going to be a huge battle ahead. The dogs had been winding on the way down into the gorge, but they'd been kept in behind. But a minute or so after I started the camera, I realised that, bugger it, the dogs are gone up behind me, and the boar was down in front of me over the gorge. And I thought, oh no, they're going to go and nail something that 50 pounder or whatever, and I'm going to miss out on this bloody good pig. I think what had happened, they'd been fooled by the swirling wind in the gorge. Then as I was concentrating on the scene through the viewfinder, from behind came the panting of the dogs. Ah, great. They were off downhill when they knew there was a boar in the area. The boar was oblivious to the drama that was about to happen. He was digging in the fern. They get the fern roots out that are rich in starch. But even so, he didn't know there was anybody around. He managed to keep a pretty good lookout for intruders. The action that was about to unfold could not have been foreseen by anybody, the finders or the quarry. Typical of the actions of a wild boar, this cunning bugger stops his quest for food every few seconds and scans the surroundings with rotating ears. Even while he is rooting and chomping through fern roots, his ears are always still on full alert. As the finder gets close, the boar realises something's happening. How the hell he knew, I don't know. But the finders get up there and go in for the bail, and the boar wants no part of that and breaks. The dog's coming hard, and the boar is cornered for a few seconds, but faster than a dog could blink, he decides on the next move. He was bailed on a bluff, so he goes over the bluff where the dogs can't follow him and smashes down into the river. It was probably a good 100 foot. But what he hadn't counted on was that the fall would temporarily stun him, and in that time Tess had found her way down the bluff, bailing in a flash. PJ took a little bit longer to get down, but then they're both of them are bailing hard. The boar waits for the right moment. He will kill these dogs if he's got half a chance. Faster than the swipe of a mountain lion, he lunges at PJ, but the training and breeding of these dogs keeps him from getting killed.
This is massive. Yes, fucking what I live for. If we were holding dog, we'd get the basket. Good dog, good dog. Get him here.
Confused by the tormenting dogs, he sharpens his tusks, waiting for the right moment. One wrong move by the dogs and he'll rip them from arsehole to breakfast. Again he lunges at PJ, but PJ's as fast as he is. I I realised then that it's okay getting all this film, but the dogs are in real danger and they need help. Right now, swapping a rifle for a camera didn't seem such a great idea after all. The only weapon I had was my knife. And hang on, there's plenty of rocks around. So the dogs don't know what's going on when I start firing these rocks. The first one misses by a metre. The second one by 3 metres. And then with every inch of muscle power, the third rock is launched and down. He's knocked out. Unbelievable. A stone boar. Right, the next thing I had to do was get my knife out, go over there and stick him. But I decided, well, these heroics have got to be filmed, so I get my knife out, put it on a rock, turn around, put the camera down, make sure it's filming right, clear a bit of the grass away, turn around, pick my knife up, and the bloody thing's fallen in the river. So frantically I start searching in the river for a bloody knife. It took me all of half a minute to find it. And when I did, I look up and holy bloody hell, the boar's back on his feet with a headache to add to his fury. Working as a team, the dogs did avoid serious injury. When he hoed into Tess, PJ didn't let go, and then the same happened when PJ starts to get a rack up from him. Tess comes in from behind, and that's what the boar's worried about, otherwise I think he would have quite likely killed PJ. So, round 2, more rocks. Got the camera filming. Hello, he doesn't like this. The dogs wonder what's going on. They get distracted. The boar knew they were distracted. So he has a go at them again. So they're quick enough to get away. But by now, this boar is angry. He has a go at me a couple of times, and he's only about 10 foot across that river. And he's a very angry boar. Round of throwing rocks. I've got my knife in my left hand. And my rock throwing hand free, so I'm ready to go across here if I knock him out again, but I think the chances of that were about a 1 in a million. Of course the dogs wondered what the hell was going on. They'd never seen anybody throw rocks at a boar before. They think I'm throwing rocks at them. So they stand right off, bail pretty wide. The problem now was that the dogs bailing wide and me without a tree to shimmy up, if the boar charged me again, I was in dangerous territory. He had now taken on an evil-eyed look, and he would have a go at anything that got close to him. The dogs realised that as well, so with the boar against them and flying rocks, they decided to stand out wide. When he started to charge at me, I was gone like a cut cat. In the end, I pretty much give up and let him go, and the dogs nailed him about 100 yards up the creek again, but I ended up calling them off. They'd done well. I'd got my trophy. I got the footage, that was all I was after. He gets a bit angry though when I hit him with a rock. And the pig gets to live for another day. Somebody else can have the fun of hunting.
A bit of a nip on the leg. Nothing serious. Just a hind leg drill. Right, look at these. Well, you don't get any more exciting than that. That's what hunting's all about. A couple of good dogs, good pig. Oh, great. Couldn't shoot it, didn't have a gun. Come up with the idea of hitting him on the head with a rock. That was all very well. Hit him, knocked him out. I put my knife down, couldn't find my bloody knife. By the time I found the knife, he'd come to again and was giving the dogs a rack up, so I wasn't going to get them close to him again. Could have been, hard to say how heavy he was, but he could have been, I'd say close to 200 pounds. Good boar, hell of a good boar. The dogs did well to bring him down and hold him in that little corner there. Kes has got a rip on the foreleg and the front leg, and on the hind leg, nothing major. Hardly needs stitching up. PJ, he's okay.